What is up, guys? Welcome back to Dan's Reviews, and today I'm back for another Walking Dead video for today. This one is going to be doing another Q&A video for The Walking Dead, leading up to 11B of The Walking Dead Season 11, Part 2, final season. So, this one is going to be doing a video talking about The Walking Dead 11B. We're going to answer some of your Q&A comments and questions for today, talk about it, and discuss a little bit more about this trailer that we got about a week ago. So, let's get into that, and let's discuss some of your comments and questions for today for The Walking Dead. Starting things off for today from Victoria, who goes into Lance's character and how she thinks that we're going to get to see Lance become more of a villain, and that some of the decisions that we see Pamela make in this half season may seem evil, but potentially Pamela is not going to be the bad one at all. Victoria actually thinks that we're going to see Lance do a lot of the decision-making behind her back, and Pamela is actually going to be good in the show, and Lance is going to be potentially the evil one, because he's very manipulative, controlling, and stuff like that. And then you got a Q&A question for me, which is the following. Victoria thinks that Negan is going to be faded out, so Maggie can be promoted, and she'll get more screen time, and Negan will slowly kind of start fading out of the show and get less screen time, and that's what she's worried about, because she watches The Walking Dead for Negan in particular. So, so there's a lot to cover there. First of all, Lance. Now, I do agree. I think that Lance, there's something going on with this guy. Also because somebody pointed this out, and I don't know exactly who it is, but I remember there was somebody that pointed this out on Instagram, and they put a picture of the governor sitting in the chair, in season 3 of The Walking Dead, and Lance sitting in the chair that he's sitting in the trailer, and it's almost like it's like exactly that. When he's out there in the community, he has like the smile on, he acts all nice with people, and then behind the scenes, he's actually a crook, you know? That's kind of, you know, the angle that they're playing with Lance, and might I add, I'm very fascinated in his character. I cannot wait to see what they do with him going forward. But does he have, you know, kind of an evil side to him? Absolutely. I think that's definitely the angle they're trying to play with the Lance character, and all I can say is that I'm intrigued. I mean, whether or not he does work behind Pamela's back or not, I think his character, honestly, is very, very exciting right now. So I hope that they do a lot with him in the future. But definitely, he has an evil side to him. And are they bringing Maggie more to the forefront so they can slowly fade Negan out? Now, I have noticed one thing about 11A is that Negan has not gotten the amount of screen time that he got in Season 10. That is one thing I'll definitely point out, and I'll definitely agree about. Negan is getting his own spinoff, and I think that that's probably a lot to do with this, is that they're going to just give him minimal amount of screen time because he's already getting his own show. I have a feeling that's probably what they're about to do. And that's probably why they've given characters like Maggie, I would say, the most screen time in Season 11. People have argued that, but if you ask me, Maggie and probably characters like Eugene are the ones that got the most screen time in 11A. And probably for this simple reason, Daryl and Carol are going to get their own show, and Negan's going to get his own spinoff, right? So if you're going to have those three characters go past the main show, then you're going to want to develop the characters that you're going to leave when the show is done, which are characters like Maggie, Eugene, you know, characters like this, you know, Aaron, that have gotten, I would say, a lot of screen time in this half season, you know. That's really, I feel like, why they've given characters like Maggie or Eugene more screen time. So I don't think Negan will be totally faded away. I don't think he's ever going to get as much screen time as he got in 10, though. I'm going to straight up say that. I think Season 10 will always forever be Negan's biggest season in the show. But I think Season 11 will give him more. I just think that we haven't quite gotten there yet. And I mean, he's had some scenes, like, you know, if I could do it all over again, I would kill every single one of you. Like, you know, he's had some scenes, but I do agree that we always could use more. More Negan. It's always great, you know, to have more Negan. He is the kind of comedic relief of this show for me. So definitely, I think getting more Negan scenes would be very, very cool. And I think we will get some. I just think that they're kind of trying to make sure they give people an even amount of screen time. But I wouldn't worry about Negan fading away. I just think it's kind of like them trying to balance out screen time. They still have so many characters that they kind of got to figure out who the hell they're going to focus on, you know? And there's still 16 more episodes, so it's not too late for Negan to have a good, you know, a bigger, you know, focus type episode, which I think he'll get at some point soon. Yeah, definitely. Next one for today comes from Dead Walker, who says that he did his research on the new Haunts title, which is the title for Season 11, Episode 10. And he basically says that at least according to what he's been finding, it's actually also, it also has something to do with a new place and a new, location that we could potentially see that's been around for a long time that we're going to see in season 11. So it could be something to do with a new place, a new home, new haunts, something like that, and it may have some sort of connection. But he says he may be wrong, he may be right. He has no idea, but yeah, he's just kind of throwing it out there. So honestly, like I said, New Haunts, that's a title that I'm still trying to wrap my head around. I think 11B titles have been mostly good, but I think that certain ones, I mean, we'll have to see how the episodes go. Maybe once we see the episodes, the titles will age better, but for right now, I will say a lot of the titles are kind of iffy for me. I like the Warlords. That one's pretty cool. And I like The Rotten, paying respects to the comics. But some of the other ones, they are pretty bland, I will say. Or just, weird. I'll say that. Like, in particular, from episodes like 10 to 12, some of those titles right there are not exactly my kind of cup of tea there. But either way, yeah, it's, the titles have been decent. But I definitely hope that we get some better titles, in 11C. I think the titles for 11A were actually really good, but 11B, I don't know about the titles yet. But again, once you see the episodes, maybe they'll be better. And then I know a lot of people point out too that episode 14, The Rotten, like, shouldn't there be core to that? Any comic readers, you'll know why I say that. Shouldn't it be The Rotten core, not just The Rotten? Like, what the hell? Like, season 11, episode 14, The Rotten. Like, what, The Rotten Tomato? Like, what's The Rotten? Like, it's just like, I don't know. I feel like there's a part of that that's missing, and us comic readers know what the hell that is. So, anyway. But new haunts, new place, new community. I mean, yeah, that probably is what it's going to be. Episode 10 is, as you guys know, is rumored to be Pamela's, big kind of like introduction type episode, right? So if that's the case, then definitely that's probably what we're looking at. And Dead Walker probably is onto something here. But yeah, it's either way, it's very, very interesting. And then the last one is from Max Ninja, who says that he definitely thinks that we are going to see the CRM be a huge part of 11C. And I agree. I really, really agree on that. Because while simply Scott Pimple let it kind of leak a few months ago that they do know about each other and that there may be some sort of trade. And I feel like that's it right there. Like, honestly, I don't even think there's much more to dissect than that. I think that Commonwealth does trade with CRM. We're going to see some sort of trade either discovered by the end of 11B or early 11C. And we're going to find out the Commonwealth is a bigger deal and it is connected to other things. And I think that's what we're gonna end up seeing. So anyway, that's kind of my thoughts on it. Definitely let me know in the comments what do you guys think about the Commonwealth and what role do you think they're gonna play when the time comes in the final season, because we know they're here at some point. So definitely it's gonna be interesting to see how it plays out. So anyway, guys, thank you guys for watching the video. Write your comments in the comment section below, and of course, guys, if you're new here, click to subscribe and tune in with some of the videos for The Walking Dead. Follow Dan's Marketing Views, subscribe, guys, and of course, I'll see you guys really soon for the video for The Walking Dead. Enjoy the rest of your day, guys, and peace out.
My God, no!